Hi everyone, another Killers here, and today we're gonna review some Bionicle canister set from 2007, so from the first one exactly, and so it's gonna be some Bionicle, and this time it's gonna be Mantax, so the black one in fact. So you can see canister is a strange and weird shape, as you can see. First of all, it's upside down because you can see the lid is on the bottom part, as you can see. Also, it's shaped in form of a rock, if you can say so. You can clearly see some of the crack in there, and also some bubble of air because, of course, Maui so the kind of the island where the action takes place 2007 takes place here, so underwater. So that's why we got some bubble airs, and also why the canister itself is in some trans blue color. Anyway, here's the front pictures. You can see there is some Mantax. Of course, we're going to talk about him later. The background is the same for all Bawaki, so it's just some underwater theme with some Maui Nui and blue, of course. So the only thing that changed is this little border right here, which is in black for Mantax, of course, and for the point, it's kind of red on Kalma. Yeah. So I think that's quite all for the. Yeah, on the back, there's really nothing to tell because it just show you how to make work the new projectile, which is the squid launcher, and the fact that you can put Mantax into this canister, so really nothing new. Even if you look closely, his shoulder really look bigger than the all of the canister, but anyway. And then it show you some canonical points, code, yeah, and then the 5 other image of the other Bawakis. Excuse me, and information and other fact, of course, as you can see, all of this is in some black shade. Black, for example, also the lid of the canisters, which is in black. And it's just a big bulky parts of plastic, so really nothing to talk about this lid. It's kind of an interesting canister, but really it doesn't have any gimmicks at all, apart from his special design, if I can say so. And then we're going to talk about the instruction booklet, but also really quickly because there's nothing really to talk about. Excuse me. The cover is printed vertically, but the inside is printed horizontally, as you can see right here. So it's really quick. It's like in 14 step, and then you have some instruction on how to launch a squid because it cannot be hard the first time you try. Then you have some parts list, and then some ad with all the Bawakis on it. And I think that's quite all. Yeah, at the end you've got some ads for Bionicle Heroes and Bionicle.com. And that's all. So we're going to talk about the set itself. So of course in multiple parts. So of course we're going to begin with the lower parts, with the leg parts. So first of all you can see that one important point before I begin is the fact that every Bawaki is different, got a different frame and different shape, so they are not cloned anymore. So there are no other Bawaki which look like the same as Mantax. Anyway, here is the frame. So at first you can see they use this time a Vaki pelvis, which is kind of new because for like 3 years they use some geometry pelvis. So this time they change. But I think this is for the frame, so anyway it's a good use, but still it's kind of nice to see a different pelvis part this time. Then you've got the legs, which are really nothing new at all at first, because you have already seen this long dark gray connectors, this long double dark gray connectors. Yeah, of course the color scheme is new dark gray, black and silver, so nothing really original or really unique. Then you have some knee cover, you can also call this tight armor, I think, of the Bawaki in black, so again, nothing new because it was already released in red dark. And then you can see some Viking teeth right here, which will be really used tons of time on the Bawaki. The leg this time is one of the Vaki legs, you can see, so nothing new. And the new part is the foot this time. So, right here, with some axle there, and tons of little kind of holes right here. But this is one of the biggest, I think, foot of the Bionicle set. I think that the Predac got the taller foot, or the longest one, but this is one of the biggest, I think, and it will be really used maybe just in one set, I think, in one canister set, which will be Liwa Fortoka, and then also will be used in lime green in Tuma, I think. So that's a new part, as you can see. And then we're gonna still not finished yet, because as you can see here, they use this part which was introduced in the worksheet and was useful to link the back and the spin together, I think, yeah. So, and also the quota holder. So this time it's used in these ways. As you also can see, on this pinhole they put some tentacles which on Mantax look like some tails, but because when underwater time, I think it's just a tentacle. And here you got this part with two holes, you can see two pinhole and one axle hole on the other side to link to this part anyway. So here we go with the lower part. Then I'm gonna talk about the upper part of the body. At first, it really seemed simple because you can see they were used the old school, not really old school because it was just released one wave ago, but at the time, of course, they will use the Inica frame. But this time in a different way because they're gonna put this in this direction, if I can say so, right here. So, yeah, in this direction, as you can see. And then what I'm gonna bring in the, so they do some kind of shoulder pad with these parts, which are new parts introduced with the Bionicle. So, as you can also see, they put some squid in the little holes in the part right here. So yeah, it's a new chest armor part because it's used like that in a Carapace, I think. But on Mantax, it's used as part of the shoulder pads. And as you can see, it's mainly silver with some black fade. So in some nice fade in the Bionicle wave. So two of them to make, and you just put this on this pinhole right here, to make the shoulder pad. Then we're going to talk about the arms. As you can see, there are no really shoulder armor or stuff like that, but just this little part, which is the Piraka spine, yeah, in the playset of 2006. So it was used for the little Piraka minifigures as part of their spin. So this time it's used on the shoulder part. Then you have some waxy legs in black, but used as an arm, and then some new weapon, which is like look at some claws. You can claws, yeah, and you can close them with your fingers again. So not really a gimmick. And then the other arm is asymmetrical, which may be nice because I especially like the asymmetrical canister and stuff like that. But look at that, they used again this infamous Metru arm. They already done that with the Piraka, and they already done kind of that with the Ordica, and they again do this with Mantax, and this is still the same stuff. So the articulation is really weak on this side because it can't really you can't put this in this direction up. You have to put this like that from the part, so it really sucks. But anyway, it's still asymmetrical, and then you've got, of course, the Bionicle launcher. I may show you later how to use this with some squid. There's a squid launcher, not the Bionicle launcher, excuse me. Some Bionicle launcher will have to be really big anyway. And then we're gonna put this, as you can see, on this part. There we go. And then we're gonna finish with the head. So of course, it's all Bionicle shares the same head frame, if I can say so. So this is made with one simple connector, then one Ordica neck, or I call this Ordica neck, but this is a part with one ball joint, and then two pinholes, no, axle holes, excuse me, and then two mechanical teeth in silver, as you can see, which can you close also with your fingers. And then you have the head, which is kind of a hard and soft plastic right here part. So the one of Mantax is really one of the biggest head, I think. Also one of the longest, maybe, yeah. I think that the lightest part is maybe the Predac one. So yeah, it's really a big head, as you can see, and it got some red eyes. So of course they all look like some aquatic monsters. And again, some Viking teeth right here. And then you just have to put this in this axle hole right here. And there you go. Just let me put this like that. We're gonna then add this at this point. I think that, yeah, I'm just gonna check on the instruction booklet if I'm supposed to put the canister in this way or in another way. It will be really quick. No, okay, it's okay, it's the correct way. And here we go, we have our Mantax, which is finished. So, I'm gonna talk about the possibility right now. So the arms here can really move up even with the shoulder pad. So of course the shoulder pad does not move, but as you can see with the all white hairs, it can really go up in height. Excuse me, yeah. It's kind of blocked on this way. And then there are no problem with the waxy arm itself. So you can see you can put this all the way up. And of course there are no problem with the ends. And then we go on the other arm, on what I said, of course, you can just move this on the side for this part, for the elbow part. And of course, it's the same for this, the shoulder part, the shoulder articulation part. So I think it's kind of okay. There are one really well articulated arm and the other is less well articulated, if I can say so. And then you've got the head, which can't really look up because it's blocked, of course, on this part, but can't look down and kind of on the side. Really a little, but it still can look on the side. And then you have the legs, but again, there are nothing really. We can put this all the way up and here like that. So the legs are really okay. And that's all. So I'm just gonna search a word on the dictionary to define Mantax. Excuse me. So and I just lost the word I want to find. No, it's okay. So yeah, I'm gonna sum up, of course, on this set. So okay, well, yeah, I think that's really it's look like kind of an hunchback in my opinion. So it's hunchbacked, excuse me, yeah. So I think that's quite of nice because it's his unique design. It's really different than the other Baraki, with his hunchback look, in my opinion. With his his head is really flat, as you can see. So of course it's inspired from some real aquatic animals. So they really done a good job with the overall design. So yeah, what I want to say. So the drawback of the set. Oh yeah, I may show you first. This is very quickly. So excuse me. All this chaotic stuff, but yeah, you have to put this like that, and then fire, and it works. But sometimes it doesn't want to work, so it's up to you to try, unless you finally can launch it anyway. So yeah, the drawback, in fact, I think that the only drawback I have with this set is this arm, which is kind of weird. I like the asymmetrical aspect, don't get me wrong on that, but with some made-through arm, it's still limited on the articulation section. But apart from that, I did not have any drawback. One of the some neutral point is the overall design, because the overall design is for me a real good point, but some people might not like it. But I think that's sad for the canister, which are all different. Some people might like the look of it, and some other not. So but for me, so yeah, for me the pro of this set are the design, which is really nice. We got already a new frame with this part right here, so they used the all new way. So the overall design is really good. The color scheme is kind of uninspired and just not really original, but it's still done well in my opinion. Also, the new parts are kind of wow. Apart from the new feet and the shoulder pads, and of course the head and the weapon, but even as you can see, the weapon is not really that original. It's kind of nice, but it's again some blades, if I can say so, some sharp object, and we got tons of sharp object in 2007 with the Naruto one blade and stuff like that. So anyway, not that much of new parts in my opinion, really interesting parts. So yeah, the fact is the set is really interesting for his original and unique design, so I really like it for that. And I really like his hunchback look. Again, apart from the left arm, all the articulation section are really nice, so you really can do some nice pose. Again, the head also can be really blocked easily, but apart from that, it's really nice. So you can do some nice killer pose, and it really look like a menacing guy, in my opinion, with really strange and weird monster creatures. So yeah, Again, it's all up to you because some of you might like this look and some other might not like it. But I think that for his original aspect, it might be a good set to own anyway. So that's, yeah, I'm gonna choose like that. So yeah, that's all for Mantax. I hope you enjoy this review, and it's kind of dark here. And see you later for another Bionicle video review. Bye bye.